Bruce. I'm the founder brewer at Stellies Brewing Company, and we just wanted to tell you a little bit about our brewery, which is out at Stellies Farm, just on the outskirts of Stellenbosch. We moved onto the farm in 2015. I'd been talking to the landlord for some time to put a brewery on his property, and we managed to find our brew house, which comes from the Czech Republic, in a brew pub in South Korea. And I bought it over Skype, put it on a container, went up Signal Hill, watched the ship come in, and took the photos to my landlord and said, listen, the brew house is about to arrive in South Africa, it's about to land in the port, can you please build me the building? And it was only then that we broke ground to the building that you see today. So when the equipment landed, I said to the landlord, where do we put the stuff? And he said, well, you can always use the chicken shed at the back of the farm, the old Unerok. It was being used at the time for a biltong shack. They were storing wood for the fireplace in there. And we actually got so excited when the equipment landed that we set up the brewery in the Unerok. And funnily enough, the first beer that we brewed there that we'd never brewed before was the Bock, hence why the Bock had its name, the Unerok Bock. We've been on the farm 2.5 years, and really if there's something more that I love than brewing, it's pouring beer and just watching the joy on the people's faces when they enjoy our beer. Strict rules as to the raw ingredients that we use, so we typically only use 4 ingredients: our hops, our barley malt, as well as water and yeast. So we also use different types of grains, so some of our beers also contain wheat malt as well as oat malt, flaked wheat, and other grains as well. What you see in front of me here is the pelletized hops. The hops is typically used to bitter, flavor and aroma the beer, and comes in thousands, hundreds of different varieties of hops, and we typically source ours from the Pacific Northwest of the US, where the best hops in the world grows in the Yakima Valley in Oregon and Washington states. Our barley we get locally for the base malt, and we also get our specialty malts from Europe, from Czech Republic, from Belgium and from Germany. And then we also get roasted malts from overseas, which we use in our darker beers to give the beers beautiful flavor and malt characters. The 2 ingredients you don't see on the table is obviously the water, which we use obviously purified and filtered water in all our beers. The better the water, the better the beer. And also our yeast, which is really where the magic happens in the fermenter when we convert the wort into beer. Beer is our Unerok Bock. This beer has just recently been awarded a gold medal in the 2017 South African National Beer Trophy Awards. It went on to win Best of Category in the Best Amber Beer in South Africa 2017, and then up against all the other 5 gold medals, this little guy with its humble beginnings in a Unerok on Stellies Farm has now been awarded Best Beer 2017 in the South African National Beer Trophy. So before I say anything more about the beer, cheers. Just beautiful, robust, malty flavors. Bock beer is typically brewed in the winter, but there's a specific sub-style called the Maibock or Maibock, which is brewed in the Northern Hemisphere in the springtime. Ours is obviously the September time, so it's the perfect time to be drinking Bock now. And it really is a warming beer. It's 6.5% alcohol and just beautiful flavors of the various grains that we use. We use 3 different types of grains in this beer. So we use wheat malt, barley malt and oat malt. And in the barley malt category, various levels of roasted malt, from ruby malt to crystal malt to Munich malt, as well as the pale malt that we use. Hops, we use 2 different types of hops, and then obviously the yeast is a lager yeast.